Vietnam and Australia elevated their relations to a comprehensive strategic partnership on the occasion of an official visit to Australia by Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, his spouse, and a high-ranking delegation of Vietnam from March 7 to 9.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, his spouse, and a high-ranking delegation of Vietnam were welcomed with a 19-gun salute at a ceremony hosted by Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and his fiancée in Canberra on March the 7th morning. Prime Minister Chính official visit to Australia takes place amid great strides and comprehensive results recorded in the bilateral ties. The two leaders agreed to elevate the ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership, while discussing and reaching consensus on close coordination to promote the bilateral cooperation to a deeper and more effective and practical way, aiming for more inclusive, practical, and effective economic trade and investment cooperation. The two leaders were unanimous to facilitate market opening for each other's agricultural products towards diversifying their supply chains. They also agreed to strengthen cultural exchanges, promote cooperation in vocational training, increase the number of scholarships for Vietnamese students, and open branches of Australian universities in Vietnam. The two prime ministers agreed to back each other and work closely at regional and international forums, especially the UN, ASEAN, and ASEAN-led mechanisms. After the talks, the two prime ministers exchanged a joint statement on the elevation of their relations to a comprehensive strategic partnership. They witnessed the exchange of 11 cooperation documents in the fields of education, peacekeeping, trade, and investment, among others.
Da Nang City People's Committee on March the 6th called on the City UK, the industry-led body representing UK-based financial and related professional services, to coordinate with the Vietnamese central localities in building an international financial center there as soon as possible.
At an online working session with Andrew Ortland, head of the City UK's IFC working group, standing vice chairman of Da Nang City People's Committee Ho Kim Hee briefed the guests on the IFC project in Da Nang, where all investors will be considered foreign businesses. The center is expected to create momentum for socio-economic development of Vietnam and Da Nang in particular. He appealed to the City UK to coordinate with Da Nang in seeking more funding sources for IFC research in the city and Vietnam at large. For his part, Ortland noted that Da Nang should focus on financial activities and the building of mechanisms and institutional frameworks during project preparation to ensure the operational efficiency of the center once it is formed.
Apple hiring Vietnamese-speaking AI engineers for Siri. And South African restaurant introduces Vietnamese cuisine. Apple is hiring Vietnamese-speaking Siri language engineers to support the Vietnamese market, the tech company announced. The firm said it was looking for highly motivated Vietnamese-speaking engineers with strong software engineering skills and high sensibility for foreign languages and cultures. Siri is a virtual assistant available on several Apple devices. Users can enlist Siri's help to look for information and perform different tasks. Siri currently supports 41 languages, but only Thai and Malay are available in Southeast Asia. The fact that Apple is looking for personnel with the above qualification is a sign that Siri might support Vietnamese language in the future. Bento, a restaurant in Johannesburg, South Africa, recently held an event named Taste of Vietnam to introduce popular Vietnamese food to local diners.
According to the restaurant owner, Lin Chiu, the one-day event attracted so many diners that all tables from noon to 9 p.m. were fully booked weeks ago. The idea of organizing such an event came right after her 2-week trip to Vietnam in December last year. Diners at the restaurant at this time had a chance to enjoy famous Vietnamese dishes, including phở, bánh mì, bún chả, or spring rolls, the restaurant owner wanted to arouse the memory of customers who had traveled to Vietnam and tasted the street food delights it has to offer, as well as to bring Vietnamese cuisine to those seeking something different from the norms in South Africa.
Regardless of whether they are girls or boys, adults or children, if they are Bana people in Khon Mar village, Chupan district in Gia Lai, there is no one who does not know how to walk on stilts. What's impressive is that they can run on stilts as easily as their own legs.
Since the old time, residents of Khon Mar village have considered stilts as their second pair of legs. According to village elders, every rainy season, the village roads were muddy to keep feet clean and not bring dirt into the house, especially in the communal house. Khon Mar villagers invented stilts to walk on the streets.
In the past, our villagers walked on stilts across rivers, streams, and swamps during the rainy season. Now children and grandchildren walk on stilts to compete and perform in festivals. That is the identity of the Ba Na people that we always preserve.
They use stilts to cross rivers, wade streams to work in the field, and visit each other when they are sick. Children aged from 5 to 6 began to get used to stilts. At the same time, to preserve this cultural beauty, every 10 months, the people of Khon Mar village organized a stilt competition once, with prizes being packages of cakes or a new pair of stilts.
It takes 10 days to make a pair of stilts. You must choose a bamboo tree that is both old and hard, and most importantly, it must be straight. Then I measure the length of the stilts, depending on the user. Tall people should make it longer. From the footrest to the ground is about 50 centimeters.
Currently, although the muddy roads have gradually been concreted, the people of Khon Mar village still work on stilts as a game to both show their dexterity and to retain a beauty in festivals. Still walking competitions are a very popular sport at Central Highlands festivals. According to the rules of the contest, participants must walk quickly, go into difficult places, bumpy places, or rice fields. The contest often creates laughter for both players and audiences.